Hi there guys, welcome to the PGA Show in Orlando. Delighted to say being joined by Bob Vokey just now. You may remember Bob actually fitted me into some wedges a couple of years ago. I'm pleased to say it's still in the bag, still going well, so thanks for that, Bob.
And they're still behaving themselves.
Absolutely,
oh,
yeah.
Right.
Never let me down. Those clubs.
Love it.
So Bob, we'd just like to speak to you a little bit to try and find a little bit more about your sort of story in the golf industry and how you've kind of got to where you are now. So first, can I ask you whereabouts you grew up?
Grew up in Montreal.
Okay.
Montreal, Canada.
Okay, and how did you very first get into golf, whether that be playing or in the golf industry? What introduced you to the game?
My dad was a very good golfer.
Yep.
And then when I was growing up, probably in my 10, 11, 12 years and all that area, I was playing Little League baseball, football, and hockey. Golf to me was, my dad wanted me to play, but I thought golf to me at that particular time was, it wasn't a competitive type sport at that particular time,
Yeah.
But eventually, little did I know that it would evolve to where it is right now.
Yeah, okay. What was your very first job in golf? When were you first working in the golf industry?
I opened up a little golf shop it was actually probably in Santa Ana and then over to Fallbrook, California.
Yeah.
I had a golf shop there in that particular time, and I moved to Vista, and then Gary Adams came into my golf shop in the early 80s and wanted me to do the repair work for TaylorMade Golf. They just moved out to the West Coast.
Okay.
So I started with TaylorMade, and I remember Gary walking into my shop saying to me, could you put these, they were actually metalwoods. I said, they're not metalwoods, they're driving range clubs. They'll never ever replace persimmon wood. Just no way that will ever happen. That was one of my first of many predictions that went a little wrong. But little did I know, a couple years later, Gary asked me to come work for him at TaylorMade, and that's where I went to TaylorMade back in 1985.
Okay, and how did you progress from there to sort of where you are now? What route did you go?
From there, I was fortunate at that particular time to be able to go out on tour, work on the metalwoods irons, and we had brand of wedges. I was pushing them at that particular time, but I wasn't specializing in wedges. I like to call myself a driver type of a guy, driver iron guy.
Okay.
At that particular time, designer. And then I was fortunate. I was a great listener and a great note taker. I was fortunate to work with at that particular time. I remember we had Lee Trevino, Mark O'Meara, Dave Stockton Sr., all great wedge players. Even did some work with Seve Ballesteros at that particular time, going way back then. And then I went over, and then Gary left and started another company in 1990 called Founders Club.
Okay.
And I left with Gary, and I did all the design work over there, drivers, irons, putters, wedges.
Yeah.
But I never really specialized them until 1996.
Right, okay.
And then I was asked by the head of R&D in 1996, asked me to come over to work with him at Titleist. So I turned around and said, okay, I would love to go. And at a particular time I came over, and he was working on a driver called the 975D driver. It was one of the very first Titleist drivers that got him in. So I came along and I assisted him on development of that particular driver.
Okay.
Then I would help take it out on tour and get it going. And then at that time, when that project was over with, I said, well, Terry, what do you want to do now? He said, well, Mr. Uline wants to get into some wedges. And I said, oh, I'd love to do it. That's always been a passion.
So what was that, still 96, 97?
1996.
Okay.
Actually, in the fall of 96. So I started working on prototypes, Series 200s, 300s, 400 series, if you remember those way back when.
No, I'm not.
Going back, get before your time?
Yeah.
So I actually worked on all those, and I took all my notes, and I turned around and developed it. At that particular time, it wasn't done by CAD/CAM, it was done by Toolmaker. I had a Toolmaker, which is skills I learned from my dad, and we learned how we did it on Toolmaker, and we cut models and masters out of, actually, it was done at that particular time out of aluminum, and when we had to get them actually produced before we got product. And as the years went by, we eventually gravitated towards CAD/CAM. It was amazing. It was a great transformation. It took me a little while to accept it, but I understood this is the way of the future.
Was it one of those other predictions that you said, this is never going to work?
It's never going to replace these. So anyway, that's how I basically started. I started way back when, and then somebody asked me, God, would it ever evolve to where it is right now? Did you ever think it? I said, no, I never. No. I never thought I would.
No, but it.
And look at it now.
But it did, and we've seen a load of different iterations of Vokey wedges, and then you're finding improvements to make year on year.
All the time.
Yeah.
You know, people ask me my R&D department. I got a great R&D department back right now, back in Carlsbad, California, but I've got the PGA Tour. That is one heck of a R&D department.
Oh, absolutely.
I just pay attention to the best players in the world.
Yeah.
They may have a certain grind, a certain look. I was always very good grinding. I felt very comfortable behind the wheel of a grinder. I grind the shape, the type of bounce, the type of grind configuration. And then all of a sudden I take it on tour and another player would say, I played with, what's his name? He said, I saw the wedge he's got. Could you make me one just like he had? And it catches on and on and on and on. And that's how basically how it all comes about.
Absolutely. What would you say was the best decision that you ever made?
Best decision I would ever made, probably, except in a position at Titleist.
Yeah.
When I was asked, and like to go into wedges. Yeah. Definitely, that would probably be a pretty doggone good decision.
What's one piece of advice that you would give to anyone, whether it be someone starting out in the game or starting out in the golf industry? What advice would you give them?
I'll give the same advice to anybody who was given to me many, many years ago. And I remember this older gentleman told me, he said, son, if you do not like what you're doing, quit, or you'll never be a success.
Yeah.
You have to have a passion and a love for what you do.
Yeah.
Because if you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
And here I am, still going right now.
I'm supposed to be working right now, so
you're getting paid to do this.
Yeah, I know.
Do something that you love. If you do something that you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah. No.
This is why I love it.
Absolutely brilliant. If you weren't working in golf, what do you think you might be doing, or might have ended up doing if golf was never a thing? Where do you think you would have gone?
I like coaching. Okay. Coaching of some sort. Coaching. Baseball, football, hockey, or even now coaching golf. Yeah. And I like working with younger people. I like taking a lot of the things that I've learned in life. Yeah. School of hard knocks that I've been through, because I know I come from the tenements of Montreal, and I know what I went through, and I would be able to pass some of this on to younger people. Yeah, to help them out as well. Definitely. Brilliant. What's your current golf handicap when you play? Right now, a 6. 6? I was always about a 3, but I don't play much anymore. A 6, and I got to go like a son of a gun to play those 6 anymore. 6 is. I can't hit it out of my shoes anymore. You know, so I got to putt and chip real well. You got to get up and down, but I bet you're okay. Well. I bet you're okay at that. I'm okay. Is that the best part of your game? Wedges? I would say so. Yep, yeah. It is. Have you ever had a hole-in-one? If so, how many? 3. 3. 3 hole-in-ones on regulation golf course, 18-hole golf courses, and I don't want to talk about it. I've had some 3-pars. I've had on little 3-par golf courses. I've had 5. Okay. But I don't count those. No, they don't count. So 3's pretty good. You know, a 90-yard hole, 80-yard hole. You know. 3 more. Three more than me. 3 is it. Yeah, 3's good. But that's a lot of years. I've played this game for 65 years. Well, I'll take one. Just give me one. I'll take it. Tiger or Jack? Oh, I've got to go with Tiger. Yeah. Tiger, yeah. Reason, just the thing that he just the things that he's done. Yeah. I mean, it's a different era. I mean, everybody I'll go back in the Jack era and the Trevino era. Those fellas could play. But you're getting a strong, big, strong, super coordinated athlete playing the game now. Yeah. Change things. You know, I'd have to go with Tiger. Yeah. Okay. Definitely. That's fair enough. What's the one thing that you can't live without? Air, food, alcohol. That's 3 things. That's 3, yeah. We'll just take the last one. That's it. Final question. In your time that you've been working in the industry, what has been the single most significant and important innovation in golf equipment? Metalwood. Yeah. And then the thing that you said would never work. Exactly. Metalwood, yeah. What did that do? Was it just the way it unlocked so much distance? It unlocked so much distance, a lot of people hit the ball a lot straighter. Yeah. It helped, I think it helped the average weekend golfer a heck of a lot more than persimmon woods would have at that particular time, or laminated woods. Yeah. And you want the game to be easier for more people. You want everyone to enjoy it, not just the tour players. You want everyone to get a lot out of it. I would say the metalwood, but I could be I think the innovations in the ball right now have been phenomenal. Yeah. They definitely have been phenomenal. Yeah, they have indeed.
Well, Bob, thank you very much for
Awesome.
for answering our questions. We love speaking to you.
James, awesome.
Always a pleasure.
My
Hopefully we get to
pleasure.
do it again soon.
I'd love to do it again.
Any questions for Bob, post them below and we'll try and get them over to him. But thanks very much for watching.
Fine. Love to do it. Thank you. Bye.